So I had an amazing response and just super positive feedback on the video that I put out on the exercises that I'm doing to build my chest. So I decided, after a lot of people asked for it, what I do to build my arms. I took my arms from looking like this to looking like this. And listen, I'm an average guy. I don't have amazing genetics. So in this video, I'm gonna be going over proper form, so you are maximizing your time at the gym and reducing the likelihood of getting injured. I'm also gonna be going over rep and set ranges, some alternative exercises that you can do just in case you don't have the exact equipment or machines that I use in this video. And if you are an average guy, just like me, who's looking to get as shredded as an average guy can, this video is for you. We're starting with the Preacher Dumbbell Curl. I like to adjust my body so that my arm is just in a straight line while I'm doing this curl. The other thing, I'm keeping my palms up, and then make sure that your wrist stays locked in. You don't want to be twisting your wrist around while you're doing this. And then you're just going straight down and then straight back up, slow and controlled. You want to keep your triceps glued to the pad. Don't let your elbow lift off during the set at all. Lower the weight, under control. The eccentric builds just as much muscle as the curl. And then you want to avoid swinging. If your shoulders are helping, the dumbbell is too heavy. Lower the weight. Do this exercise correctly. You always want to choose control over weight. A lighter dumbbell with perfect form beats heavy cheating reps every single time. You're also a lot less likely to injure yourself if you are lifting the correct weight and doing the correct form. I like to do 3 sets, around 10 to 15 reps per set. Next, we have the Tricep Extension Machine. I like to use these as opposed to doing skull crushers or like lying down dumbbell tricep extensions. And so to do these correctly, you want to align your elbows with the machine's pivot. So proper setup keeps tension on your triceps instead of the shoulders. This worked out great after my shoulder surgery, so that's why I like doing these as well. You keep your arms glued to the pad. Only your forearms should be moving in this exercise. You want to control the negative, so lower the weight slowly for maximum muscle growth. You also want to get a full stretch. Let your elbows bend comfortably without losing position. And then you also want to fully extend your elbows. So lock out with a hard tricep squeeze, but don't slam the weight. No one wants to hear that shit. And then for these, I do sets of 3, and I like to do 10 to 15 reps per set. Now we have the standing cable curl, and you can set the pin wherever you want. If you want to go all the way to the bottom, you can. If you want to go a little bit higher, the most important part is making sure you have enough cable to keep constant tension on your bicep, which is the best part about using cables, is you just have constant tension during the entire exercise. I actually like to use this cambered easy bar attachment. It's much easier on my wrists. I don't get as much pain as when I use just like a straight bar. So that's what I like. If you like a straight bar, use that. I don't care. Use whatever you want. Here's some of the key takeaways. You want to keep your elbows pinned to your sides. Don't let them drift forward during the curl. Don't start shaking around. Don't use momentum as you're lifting. Use your bicep. It's just, again, straight up, straight down, nice and easy, nice and controlled. You also want to keep your shoulders down. Don't shrug as the weight gets heavier. You only want to curl at your elbow. Your upper arm should be nearly motionless while you're doing this. You might get a little bit of movement, that's fine, but if it's out of control, then you are losing the entire point of using cables for this exercise. I also do sets of 3, 10 to 15 reps per set. Now we have the tricep cable pushdowns. The key for this is pinning your elbows to your sides. They should stay in the same position throughout the set. Only move at the elbow. Your shoulders shouldn't help drive down the weight. And also you want to stand tall with a slight lean forward. You want to stay balanced without using momentum. Fully extend your elbows. You want to finish every rep with a hard tricep squeeze and then control the return. Don't let the weight stack just pull your arms back up. Let you control the weight. That's how you build the muscle. On that eccentric, you just nice and easy, nice and slow. And avoid using your body. If you're rocking, like trying to get the weight down or leaning heavily, you need to reduce the weight. And then also get a full stretch at the top. Allow your elbow to bend while maintaining position. You always want to get your muscles in a nice stretched position, and then you can get a little peek at yourself in the mirror when nobody's looking. See that tricep start to develop. Just don't let anybody see you. Just nice and sneaky. Look around, make sure nobody's looking. Then you do a little peek. Just a little peek. Just like that. No one's looking. No one can see, but you can see the progress you're making. It's okay to take a little peek. Next, we have the plate-loaded seated bicep curl machine. So first you want to adjust the seat correctly. Your elbows should line up with the machine's pivot point. Keep your upper arms against the pad. Don't let them lift during the curl. Use a full range of motion. So you want to stretch the bicep at the bottom and contract fully at the top. Pause and squeeze at the top. Then hold that contraction for 1 or 2 seconds. You want to keep your shoulders relaxed. You don't want to shrug or roll them forward at all. Avoid lifting your chest off the pad. Stay planted throughout the set. Don't bounce at the bottom. You want to stay in control through this stretched position. And if you can't do that, you need to lower the weight. I do these for 3 sets, 10 to 15 reps per set. So I get elbow pain when I do hammer curls using a dumbbell. And so I started doing hammer curls using a machine like this, and I don't feel any pain. So if you are someone who suffers from elbow pain doing hammer curls with a dumbbell, you should try these out. Last, but certainly not least, the cable overhead tricep extensions. So I like to set these up where it is more comfortable to get into the actual position of performing this exercise. I see people that put the cable attachment at the very bottom, and it's so cumbersome to get set up to do it. So what I like to do is I like to set it where I can just easily turn and start performing the exercise. It's just so much easier to do it that way. And I get just as good of a stretch doing it on my triceps than if it was at the very bottom. So if you like that, try it out. Here's some key points. You want to only move at the elbow, so avoid turning the movement into a shoulder press. You want to get a deep stretch. Let the tricep lengthen at the top under control. And then always control the eccentric. Lower the weight slowly to maximize tension. Keep your core braced. You don't want to arch your lower back as the weight gets heavier. Don't let your elbows flare. Keep them in a comfortable, consistent position. You want to stay balanced, so stagger your stance if needed to avoid using momentum. And like all the other exercises, I do 3 sets, 10 to 15 reps per set. The cables are also another great alternative to doing skull crushers or dumbbell, any sort of tricep extensions. I found that cables were a lifesaver when it came to post-surgery working out. So give them a try.